Hi Taurus, welcome. This is Joy, and I am Joy, and this is Taurus Tours Tarot. So we are getting a reading for Taurus. Okay, and so we are doing this video for the month of July. However, it's important to know that, whatever comes through in this reading is, the reading is really timeless. Yeah, it's really, whenever you hear it and whether it resonates with you or not, time, again, it doesn't really happen in the linear, right? Time is parallel. And I think that's important to remember. It is a difficult concept to grasp as everything about our lives has conditioned us to believe that time is linear, that we have a past, present, and future, but really everything only happens and only exists in the now. So it's important to make the best of the now. Okay, so some things that were kind of coming in was it's funny, the cards don't want to drop out now, but there we go. What was coming in was that something has kind of met its completion. I'm not sure what it is. It could be a relationship. It could be a habit, like a bad habit. It could be a job. It could be a relationship. I'm not sure, but it felt like something wasn't fulfilling anymore. Like something wasn't quite, giving you the fulfillment that maybe it had in the past, and that it's really time to let it go and find something that serves you better. Yeah. So let's see what we got. One more card. Yeah, sometimes that's a tricky thing. Sometimes we get so stuck in something and it becomes so automatic for us that we don't even take the time to step back and question whether it is something that is really helping us to move forward in a positive way, or in the direction that we want to go, or or if it's really holding us back, because it's become so much part of our routine that it kind of like is in the background. It's almost like the subconscious operating, right? But I think it's important, as conscious individuals, to be constantly evaluating yourself and understanding where you're at and where you'd like to be, and what you're contributing to the collective and what you'd like to be contributing to the collective. Okay, so here we have the Knight of Coins. There we go. I've been trying to kind of play with the light a little bit too, because I know sometimes my videos are a little dark, but so we have the Knight of Coins here. We have the Four of Cups, the Six of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. Yeah, so I think this is really the energy that that I was picking up on. It's like a definitely moving away from something. Yeah, moving away from something that is causing you some distress, really. The Nine of Swords. But the Six of Swords is moving away from choppy waters into something calmer, right? Towards something calmer. So I feel like this is something that possibly you hadn't been aware of, or haven't really been thinking about, or even you were aware of it, but you have been consciously trying to bury it or not pay any attention to it, because of fear, or because of whatever it may be that you're not wanting to address it. But this is kind of saying that, okay, now's the time to address this thing that you've been avoiding, and this thing that brings you some stress and uneasiness. It's time to come face to face with it and realize that it's not in your best interest, and that it's time to move away from it and towards something that is offering some more stability to you. Okay. But I like this Six of Swords, because you see there's a sun in there, and that sun is really popping out, and the sun is being cradled by one of the swords. Yeah, so it's like you're holding on to it, but then you're also, all these other swords are trying to penetrate it. Yeah, and so it's like you want the energy of the sun. And that's funny, because the sun actually fell out in the pre-shuffle as well, but I'm feeling like you want this sun energy, this abundance energy, this feeling of being on top of the world, really. Yeah, I feel like it's been something that has been missing for you for a little while, and you've been wondering where it's at, and you want it back. You had a taste of it, and you want it back. And this is really telling you that in order for you to get that back, there's something that you need to leave behind. Yeah. And that something is, something I feel like you haven't been seeing clearly, but you will be seeing clearly now. Yeah, there's this eye in the middle here that really talks to me about seeing, right? About being able to see what it is that is hindering you. And so a lot of times, for whatever reason, right, our subconscious, for fear or whatever it is, we block these things out, or we avoid them because they're painful, and we don't necessarily want to deal with it. But what happens when we don't deal with it is that it gets just pushed down into our subconscious, and then it comes out, it manifests in ways that are not healthy for us, right? So, for example, if you do feel some resentment towards a person, but you just keep trying to bury it, push it down, rather than address it, rather than be honest about the feelings that you're having towards that person, and then talking to them about it, it starts to come up in these, like, almost like self-sabotaging ways, or in these ways that it's coming up, but like you're not real clear about where it's coming from, because you've been pushing that down, right? So it could come up in ways of like, if you have this nagging resentment towards someone, right, and you haven't addressed it, it could come up with like being snappy at them, or even being snappy at other people that have nothing to do with the actual feeling. It could come up as, I just heard, like, lying to them and being dishonest with them, because, you have this resentment towards them, and because you're unable to communicate it clearly. Yeah. Okay. But then we do also have the the Four of Cups, and the Knight of Coins. So it does kind of feel like that this situation here is actually an offering. Like, it's actually an opportunity, right? So I feel like, so the Knight of Coins here, he's offering this this coin with a diamond in it, and I'm wearing my Herkimer diamond, which is really just my Herkimer crystal, but it's something valuable, right? I feel like a diamond or a crystal is like, it gives you some clarity, it gives you some understanding, and as well as some peace. So I feel like this offering is an opportunity, right? What this Knight is saying is that this is actually an opportunity for you to put some, to address some things that have been going on for you that have not been pleasant, right? That you do not find joy in, and address them in order to be able to move towards something lighter. Yeah. So that's what this Knight is offering, and it is the Knight of Coins. So it is something that is actually going to be in your manifest as something positive in your physical environment. Yeah. So this opportunity to address this situation is something that is going to manifest in your physical world. It's going to bring some peace and calm and some stability into your physical world. And the Four of Cups to me just really emphasizes this idea that it's something that you haven't been paying attention to. It's something that you haven't been really addressing. You've been kind of ignoring it. Yeah, there it is. So really the overall message for you is that there is an opportunity for you coming in, or you are in the midst of it, or perhaps it's already happened for you. But the sometimes challenging emotions or situations that we come across, we have to remember that they are actually opportunities that lead us to better places. Yeah. And that's really what this is. This is an opportunity that if you are not complacent, and if you are aware, you make yourself aware, and you're not apathetic, then you really can capitalize on this opportunity to bring more sunshine, more abundance, more stability into your physical reality. Okay? So that's what it is for you, Taurus. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great month. Aloha. Namaste.